Good morning. Sorry about that. Throw it over in the Discord. This one will be a short one. I just felt obligated to get a short walk in today, just in case, and make up for not getting one last night. It was too dark and too cold last night. But I don't know if I'll be awake tonight at the time that TMT wants to normally do his live stream. And I don't know. I really doubt I'm still awake by the time Honda goes live. I've been going to bed a little bit earlier most nights in exchange for getting up quite a bit earlier. So, and I'll need to do that with the new living situation soon, and having a longer commute in the mornings. So it's pretty ideal. Sorry, I look like a mess. It's because I rolled out of bed, drank some water, did a little bit of stretching, some push-ups, decided to throw all this on. And then I got an after church birthday lunch to go to here shortly, so I will bang the short one out. I'll take care of my hygiene needs for the morning and then be on the road. It's cold today, like low 40s. For those of you that live up north, far east, far west, whatever, not in the south, I know low 40s is not cold to you. It's cold to me to make myself go voluntarily take a walk, but it's sunny today, and I'm not gonna miss out on that free vitamin D and the restorative effects to your sleep cycle that it has. So we're just gonna do it. Let's bang out a little short walk. Pat Wright said he can listen. You go ahead and listen, Pat. No headset. All right, that's cool. Mad Chad got him a can. He's getting ready to figure that out. 43 in Greater Pennsylvania. That's about what it is here in Arkansas right now. I mean, on the dot. Of course, in the next hour, because that gas ball, it's supposed to like rapidly warm, but I don't think it gets above like 60 all day today. So we'll see if we can grandma mall style a fast walk, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, just to keep my step average for the week up. So normally I slack off on my days off. I don't hit my 10K minimum unless I force myself to do some extracurricular walking. And I don't want, with all the extra walking that I have been doing, plus all the OT at work the last month or two, I have managed to bump my average daily steps up by several thousand. So, and I sandbagged myself yesterday because I was looking cute and walking around with my hand in my pocket most of the day. And I got to look at my steps and I was like, man, that's lower than it ought to be for this time of day. And then I realized, you keeping your hand in your pocket, not swinging your arm. So even just back and forth across the store, I was cheating myself out of a lot of steps. So, gotta make up for that. Roblox, Zabolaki. I don't know how to pronounce that. Welcome. Hope you're the good kind of Roblox player. Prefer you to not be a child. We don't really want kids in the chat here. But then if you are an adult, I hope you're not the like kid loving kind of adult. Yeah, we'll just leave it at a hide then. Some good off the air conversation last night. That's good for a change too. That where you can cut loose with people and you're not worried about it being like publicly available for the rest of your life. The whole different kinds of people philosophy about like you've got different kinds of people that you like, that you trust with different information. Front porch people, living room people. Sucks to try and make an analogy right now and then not recall the third type. Let's see. Front porch people, living room people. I don't know, maybe it's like bedroom people. I don't remember. It's the idea that you can love people or be friends with people, but you keep them, you read them in on different layers of you. Turn the camera off, cross the road and not die. And that guy is making a point to speed up. All right. Maybe that's what it is. It's like acquaintances, front porch people, and people you'd porch sit with, and then living room people. TMT was saying last night, my watch just buzzed. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I think it's because he doesn't move as much. His is learning him still. But his Fitbit hasn't figured out when he's doing like extracurricular activity, when he's just floating around the house. I'm on my feet more through the day generally. So it needs more than 30, 40 seconds of something sporadic to decide, oh, this might be an exercise. About to summit the big hill. I'll miss this neighborhood. It's got good terrain. Sidewalks from at least the sketchier parts of it. Won't miss driving in it, on it, inclement weather days. But I don't know. I guess that's not completely true either, because the trade-off now is the inclement weather days. The commute to work will be like much longer. Super sketch. Got a hey-o from Pat Riot. Bruh, the cam. What about the cam? You don't like the cam? I can turn my ugly mug off. Prepared citizen. Just gotta get hard, I guess. Turn the camera back on. However y'all want. On my end, it says there's 2 watching. There's got to be more than 2 watching. Even with the acquaintances passing through, we got to have more than 2 watching. So I got Pat Sophia here holding down. But then there's other people commenting. I guess I could do that. I thought it was funny that after much discussion with Rebel Spirit over the last, 18 plus months about pews and pew related stuff, and then he and I going back and forth about that Black Steel USA recoil control device, that after I made that post on Instagram, he commented like, "What? You're left-handed?" It's like, "Oh, you caught me." Thought that was funny. He had only just discovered I'm wrong-handed. Of course, other people in that short from last weekend, testing out that PDP, making that shot, 35, 40 yards ish. Everybody, there was more than one person that commented, accusing me of doing it offhanded. It's like, no, I'm left-handed. I'm holding the phone, holding the camera with my right hand. And the hard part wasn't shooting the one-handed; it was holding the camera steady and trying to focus on the sights, get it all in frame together. I made a comment, let's line this up. And after I posted it, and I was like, oh, somebody's going to think that I'm trying to line up the iron sights and the dots. I'm not. I was trying to line up the target downrange, the phone, and then still get the pistol in frame too. There you go, Levi. I trust that is a talent. Well, I guess like Hutch says, what are we talking about, chat? I don't have to talk to the camera to go for a walk. It's more fun too. It's motivating. And I suppose marginally comforting. It's like, I know if I fell out on a live stream, inevitably I would be doxxed, but I know there's more than one person watching who could call somebody to pick me up out of the road. You know who you are. Watch John Correa from Active Self-Protection's analysis of the night shooting. Listened to it this morning. There was good points made all around. I don't think I gleaned a whole lot from it that I didn't already intuitively know. Watching the footage and kind of being of the same mind as John Correa. For those of you who don't know who he is to some summarize it. He worked as an expert witness a lot of both officer and private citizen shootings. He get there. He kind of armchair quarterbacks all the badge, body cam, surveillance camera footage from shootings both domestically and abroad, particularly in like Brazil. A lot of the wacky shit happens in Brazil because they kind of have both legal and illegal access to firearms and pretty good security camera footage. So there's provides a lot of case study, and just because the laws may be different, human nature is not different. So it provides a lot of footage for analysis. But he breaks down both the scientific explanation, kind of the time, the OODA loop. I like this card. Turn around here. Observe, orient, decide, act. That cycle. Hey, Nick, easy. And they, he kind of breaks down. He made points like that ICE agent had been struck with a car drug, 6 months or so prior, which I know everybody's seen that on the socials and news and stuff at this point. Talking about the 0.5 to 0.6, the half to 6 tenths of a second that it takes a person to take in data, plan a decision, and then act on it. So the time that what you do is like when you're watching the slow mo, whatever, you got to freeze frame and go back half a second, because the input that his eyes were taking in a half second before he drew his gun, that was when he made the decision to shoot. At that point in time, her wheels were cut towards him. She was on the gas. Yes, you can argue that her wheel cut about the time, like she cut her wheel angling away from him about the time that he broke the first shot. But he observed, oriented, decided, acted off the input that he took in that fraction of a second before. So, the reason for both parties being there and whether either of them had woke up that day intending to, all else aside, whether both he and the woman in the driver's seat had any intention of waking up that day with a new arm to anybody of the philosophical other side, the political other side. In that moment, they both acted with what information they had, from whatever motivation they had. So, I'm rambling at this point. Should I put sunglasses? That keep me from squinting so much. I look like an old man. But I'm scared I wear sunglasses. Then you get to people like Justin that let you know, hey man, if you zoom in on your lenses, you can see street addresses, and signs and stuff. So that's why I don't wear sunglasses when I can help it. Hola, Nick Easy. Keeping it cheesy. Pat, you looked into this? Sophia's talking about researching the new U.S. energy trip and die, new energy weapon or whatever. Hutch was talking about it a little bit this morning on his smoke break. I think he's going to discuss it more if anybody wants to become a member to Hutch 1775's channel. You're going to talk about it some more. I feel like overarching character, I feel like Hutch and kind of his inner circle of people backwoods and are kind of the same as TMT and Pat and I. They just are a little stonier and a little older. They do a little better job of not squirreling so much. That's the thing. Sometimes we hit it out of the park. Like we get 2 or 3 people to lock in on a subject. We have good conversation on TMT's chats. But then one of us, and I'm probably the biggest offender, end up squirreling or like for the love of the game, make a joke, and then it spirals and we get off topic, or I'll get to talking over each other, and it ruins what otherwise could have been a really good conversation. So much of that stuff is impromptu and off the cuff, which is fun too because it's low pressure. Like it doesn't feel like a second job. It's just somewhere to go decompress and speak your mind within reason. I think the production value of these shows could be better if we weren't talking about stuff that just hit the news 2 to 6 hours before. If we would like have a topic and I'll have a few days to cogitate over it, lay out some bullet points, give some assigned speaking time, and let it flow. I think we would retain more viewers, be fewer dirty jokes, and be more productive. I can tell that Pat, when he's on, he does a better job of kind of staying on the points and talking about productive stuff. And TMT means to. It's so easy for me to get him to squirrel. I think he and I both we have the same like psychological abandonment issues or whatever, same childhood shit going on. It still like hems us up. So when like we're stuck in 7th grade gym class as far as the jokes and stuff go. So we're easy to like ping pong off each other and ruin the organized, intentional adult discussions. Be right back. I'm gonna do it for time. I can make one more short loop. One more short loop. That's what y'all get out of me today. I'll leave myself time to shower in case I get my timeline moved up on me. I'd rather be 5 minutes early than 5 or 10 minutes late. Sunday church traffic is a greater time sink than morning drive time traffic. Higher the average age of the drivers on the street goes up by probably 25 years. All the old blue hairs in their Lincoln yard barges. Yeah, Levi says that there's nowhere you can hide from Delta. I'm sure that's true. And I don't disagree with the previous statement, Levi. I don't. Just to explain away the humanity of the encounter, you know. I don't know. One more time, anybody got anything else to talk about? We're at 24 minutes. I gotta turn the camera off, switch hands a second. Walk into the breeze. kind of shocked Tactical Muffin Top's not, at least in the comment section, blowing it up. I hit him up with a message shortly beforehand, thinking I'd give him plenty of time. He's sending me pictures of his breakfast burrito at like, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning. So I know he's awake. He may be doing family stuff. He's a real family man. I just play with him on TV. Switch over to guns a second, since that seems to keep people in here. The more I hold those Gen 6 Glocks, as high on the PDPs as I am now, I do miss the lower bore axis of the Glocks. Those new Gen 6 feel pretty good. I wasn't immediately excited about that palm swell after getting a hold of 19 now, which is the one that always fits my hand correctly. I kind of dig it. I'm not saying I won't end up with one of those. I'm not rushing out to be the first adopter of anything new. I gave the PDP several years before I really warmed up to them. But I'm excited that Walther's finally getting their time in the sunshine. And with their U.S. side of the house being in my state, I'm excited to see it bring jobs to Arkansas. And getting the factory tour, everyone there seemed, they didn't all give off the vibe that they were gun people in their personal lives, but they all looked like they were happy to have a job. The place was clean. The break room was clean. The fridge was stocked. They had sodas and waters in there for free for people. Didn't look like a Walmart break room. Clean bathroom facilities throughout the area, throughout the plant. So anyway, with all the kerfuffle of do or don't the P320s go off, a lot of Leo and private citizens looking to pivot to something. Walther PDP is the one on the market, externally ergonomically designed to be a dot host, to be a host pistol for a slide mounted optic, which is ultimately what you're interfacing the target with. That you're sighting. And the ergonomics that let you get on target quickly. If you were only going to use irons, then no, I don't think there's a deficit there. They kind of took the Glock approach of just shipping them with kind of placeholder sights. But because they use a Glock pattern sight, you can pick out whatever irons you like. If you're a Trijicon night sight guy or excess big dots or Mariglow or whatever, you got your options. Suppressor height sights, fiber optic sights, whatever you want. The world is your oyster as far as iron sight configuration goes, but not being proprietary. I guess the comments have stalled. I don't know if it's StreamYard's not showing me the comments or if everybody's just quit saying anything. The last comment I see through StreamYard is Levi's about not hiding from Delta. But anyway, the Gen 6s. They're growing on me a little bit. They feel good. Palm swell hits in the right place on the 19 in my hand. It's like a familiar feel, like holding a gal, but then now she's put on just a little bit, but it's in the right places. It's like what you knew, little love handles in a good way. Not to hypersexualize everything. That's what that feels like. An extended beaver tail is nice. Really, I'm confident that will assist substantially in locking in and not letting the recoil, or mitigating muscle flip. And evidently, I don't have terribly long hands, like long fingers, but proportional to my fingers, my palm length, I've got fairly good sized thumbs. So like my hand lands, offhand thumb lands perfectly on that little intentional memory pad the block is finally incorporated, kind of that molded into the frame gas pedal. So that's good. When I ordered for my PDP, I ordered the 2. I should have gone ahead and got the 3. I think it's also going to take many hundreds of draw presentations to get to where that grip feels natural. I read the sizing chart and compared it to my grip and kind of looked and figured I could go 2 or 3. I started to order the 3, but was scared if I ordered the 3, it might be too far forward and I didn't get any direct contact with it. I didn't want it to just be something that I didn't quite reach. I mean, like literally a gas pedal, like in your vehicle, you just kind of barely reach it. Because then if I got into doing some doubles or triples and your grip does compromise under recoil, like smashing the thumb, I kind of didn't want to get that. So I ordered the 2. The 2, I get lots of contact with it. Like I can just about twist. Like I've got enough contact with my offhand thumb on that gas pedal that I can twist the gun in my left hand. So I don't know. I've got to go get some live fire on it and see what we think. I don't think I'm going to make my first trip to the new range until I've completed the move. That looks bad. That's the other reason for doing this walk and chat now. I kind of don't know what my availability looks like for the rest of the day. Just after we get this birthday lunch out of the way, I may get back and move some more shit out. I don't really lack a whole lot. Really don't. If I had one other vehicle to help me, I probably could just bang it out today and be done with it. I think it's the ripping off the emotional band-aid more than the physical move at this point. But that's not what this chat's about. Anywho, we're coming up on 35 minutes. Oh, we got some comments real quick. So let's see. Old man but wrinkles with meat spin and the upside down smiley face. You usually work when we do TMT streams, so I'm gonna guess that you're like just waking up for the day or just getting off work. I had never really tacked down your schedule. OMBW, aka comfortably known. Isn't that a pretty blue sky? It's pretty good shade. They didn't have such dumbass deep eye sockets. Be good. Camera would match good with my blue eyes. Walking directly into the sun, I just look like the goodest skinned old man you've ever seen. squirrel nest looking fucking beard. All right, back to the Hacienda. We'll wrap this one up. Folks, have a good day. Try and catch us later. TMT's reading on this chat or whatever's going on. Do something.